What is up, guys? Tech Knight 2 here at Beats Clan Live, bringing you some Transformers universe. Very excited to bring this to you guys today. So this is going to just be a quick video kind of showing you, I am currently on the Decepticon side because that's like my favorite side right now. I'm just going to show you all the characters really quick, and I'm going to show you basically, what you do, basically kind of like an entire overview of, before you get into the game and start, scrapping some other Autobots or Decepticons, depending on what side you're on. Alright, so here we got our main overview section, and this is in the Barracks, and then we have our Decepticons all listed across right here. So we have Drive-By, and I'm going to introduce you guys to them really quick. And it's Drive-By's vehicle form. Now this is robot form. This is Hotwire. And I will go back and just list you guys just what, actually, you know what, let's go back now, just kind of show you guys what they do. Alright, so yeah, don't show me this again. Okay, so when you're in the details, overview is just kind of like a brief overview of everything. Details is, it's going to be more detailed. It's going to show you their bio, their play style, what classification they are, the difficulty, their abilities, and their S-Tech. Okay. So first we got Drive-By, one of my favorite characters, along with Rampart. He's kind of like more like a hit and run specialist. He jumps in there, deals the damage, gets on out so he can get healed, and then just comes on back and kind of, just deals a bunch of major damage. There are different classifications, and there are, obviously there are different difficulties with each character, and the three that I have right now, or four that I have right now, are all on easy. So with each bot or con, they will each have a bio, and it will all, define their playstyle, what their main role is. And over here is a chart of what they do the best in, and other stuff that they're not as good in, but you got to play to their advantages. So all of these things over here, in case you guys have never been into the Transformers, universe beta, or if you're waiting for your invite. These are your 6 abilities, and you have a subsystem. Your subsystem is treated as your passive, which is a constant thing that is going on. So for good old Drive-By over here, it says receiving a melee critical hit applies, refreshes a moral buff, which increases damage dealing by 20%. So each bot and con have their different passives slash subsystems, and with each of these abilities, you have on your keyboard 1 through 6. And they tell you what they mainly do. So right here you have a range of 7 out of 8, and he does 4 shield damage and 2 health damage. And on each one it'll tell you if it's offensive or if it's utility, defensive, or all that good stuff. So you always want to kind of focus on what the bot or con is the best at. This is a very strategic type game. This is a MODA, if you guys do not know, and it's really team based. So right here you have a at the bottom right here by this little under your range is your S-Tech. The way your S-Tech works is you click the wheel on your mouse, and that'll activate kind of like a special ability. So for him, for his number 1, it'll damage the shield and the spark at the same time, and it'll bypass any damage absorption effects, and the damage to the spark is treated as spark damage, not shield damage, even though this is mainly a shield damage item. So then you'll go over here and you'll have his number 2, his S-Tech. It'll slow the target. So I'm not going to get too detailed into this. If you guys want major details on each character, please comment below and let me know which character you would like me to go into major detail with, or if you would like me to play as them. But right now, I only have 4 of these characters, and I do plan on buying the other 4 once I get enough relics. Okay, so let's introduce you to all these guys over here. So next we have Hotwire. Hotwire is mainly a healer. He is classified as a medic, and he is also on the easy difficulty. You have his bio and his playstyle here, just in case you guys want to, read up on that. And these are all of his abilities. Now, like I said, all of their abilities and their strength, they all, coexist with each other. So over here on this chart, you have defense allies is a strong point, utility self, and over here, which is offensive single, not as powerful. And then you also have his defensive self. So since he is mainly a healer, it would only be natural that his abilities, you know, not only heal, but they also heal him as well. And he is a, you know, he's a decent medic that you can start off with, just in case you want to start with the medic role, in case you like being support type players. Next, we have Rampart. Rampart, oh boy, he is so fun to play. He really just gets in there, and he can destroy a bot, and wow, just, I love him. He's really fun. Like, you really don't fear anything, because you just jump in there if you got your healer next to you, and you can just, you know, wreak the havoc and bring the pain. So, he is classified as a soldier, and he has a minigun, well, like a Gatling gun, and, oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that also by primary fire right above the range out of the 5 out of 8, it also classifies each weapon if it is a short range, mid range, or long range, and what it deals damage to. If it deals spark and shield damage, and what type, like sustained. His primary fire for his traffic control, it's kind of like a rocket launcher. And most of these characters do have melee weapons. Like, he has a big axe. Meanwhile, Drive-By has he has Energon gloves, which really makes him like really fun to play. When you're getting up in their face and you're just duking them in the mouth. Okay, so like I said, all of these abilities over here, you know, that'll help them out. So his number 4, actually, the reason he's like really good is because he can not only heal himself, but he also gives himself damage buffs as well. So his number 4 actually does give 60% more damage with his abilities that he is using. His number 1 actually heals himself when he's, you know, kind of getting in a bind. And also with his number 5, it also heals himself as well. And in case the enemy tries to run away and they're not going into vehicle form, you can chase him down by increasing his speed, which is pretty ridiculous. And also you can, I think if you transform, I don't think it will cancel, but if it does, let me know if I'm wrong, if you guys have, you know, found this out. For one, I haven't. I recently just bought Shell Shock. Can't even talk today. Shell Shock. And haven't played a lot with him, but he has like 2 different types of miniguns. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys each of their vehicle forms. So as you've seen, you saw Drive-By earlier. Hotwire is a minivan. Pretty cool. And then we also have Rampart, which he is just kind of like a truck. I like this little scooper thing. You know, if you want to drive on by and scoop them on up and flip them over you, I mean, it'd be cool if you could. Shell Shock, he's got a pretty cool vehicle form as well. He turns into just a big old Hummer. Costs you a lot of Energon gas that you need to run on. Those prices today are expensive. So then we have Conduit. Conduit is a mechanist, or mechanist, or however you pronounce it, depending on how you pronounce your words. So he's still can't talk today. His difficulty is easy. Haven't played with him at all, so I can't really tell you about his playstyle. But once I get a few more relics, I'm going to purchase him, and I'm probably going to purchase another con as well. So these are his abilities, if you guys want to pause over that and just see all his stats on here. And like I said, each guy has a subsystem, and that helps them while in battle. This dude is really cool. He's got buzzsaws. He is classified as a guardian. So I'm going to go over his stuff real quick, and you guys can see this. And like I said, you can pause it. But yeah, dude, Transformers Beta, really cool, really fun, very addicting. You find yourself not only just playing for a long time, but you constantly enjoy it. It's never really just like, oh god, this is just so frustrating, I don't feel like playing anymore. You never really get enough. And some of the missions in here, they are really long, and you're like, wow, have I really been playing for an hour and a half on this one mission for your PvE missions? So there is PvE, which is play versus environment, and there's PvP, which is player versus player. So he's got his vehicle form. He will turn into a type of not a semi-truck, but, you know, just like one of those army-type trucks. And then we have Duststorm. Duststorm looks really cool. She actually has like a sniper rifle, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And she's kind of like a dune buggy. So she is classified as an interceptor. And Flatline back over here, he is a hybrid type. So I'll go over her abilities real quick. Now, this game, you can do so much in here. Like, also, you can go over here and you can respray each one of your cons, bots, and they just have multiple things. You can classify as that over here with blue. You can apply that, do whatever you like. And then one of the main big things that you really want to focus on after you're getting a good feel for the game to help further your abilities. But we've already got those. I'm going to apply that. Is your tuning. So we're going to go over here to Shell Shock. We're going to go over to his tuning. I don't have any points in him yet. Or do I? Yes, I actually do. Okay. So we're going to go over the hot wire real quick. Just because I already know what I'm going to put into him. So you have your power cores. And I haven't even bought one yet. Just because I'm still relatively new to the game. Even though I've been playing. I'm just trying to figure out on, what will benefit each one of my characters the best. So over here you have his available stats. So since he is mainly a healer, I focus most of his stuff into his repairing, and then I put a little bit of spark and shield damage for his spark and shield damage items. So like over here, you have, shield damage, spark plus shield damage, and then his repairing. So then you go back to tuning, and you just kind of ask yourself, you're like, okay, well, he does mostly spark and shield damage, or he does mostly shield, or he does mostly spark. So what do you want to focus on? You can do a combination of both. You can do a combination of anything. His spark strength, which will obviously increase his health since there's a little plus symbol, kind of, self-explanatory. So after you get done with, earning up enough points and building up your character, you can move on over here to your power cores, and after you get a good feel for the game, you equip your power cores, which will help further your skills and your abilities to help aid you in the time of battle. So then you have your store over here. I know I'm skipping around a lot. These are just a bunch of items that can help you that will also just do a lot for you, like a cabling barrier. It will reduce the incoming damage to the shield by 40% for 10 seconds. So it's kind of like a consumable type item. So I think it still stays there once you use it, and you can just kind of equip it and then enter battle, and then you can just activate it, and it'll probably go on cooldown. So then if you go over here to engineering, you also have a bunch of consumables, probes, boosters, repair packs. So these are under the consumable list, which is the same as the store over there. Cabling barrier, and then you have your probes. These are different types of probes you can get for your PvE missions. Boosters, which will boost your stuff, so it'll reduce the incoming damage by 3.5% for 48 hours. So if you're going to go on a 48-hour run on Transformers, you can use that stuff, and it will reduce the incoming damage. So then you have your repair packs, which is obviously just going to be a repair pack, and it'll instantly repair an offline bot in the hangar, which is really cool because when you're in the heat of battle, you don't just die and respawn as the same bot. They go on an offline mode, and they take a while to repair. Or you can use your Energon up here, and you can instantly repair them, which isn't really highly recommended unless you have like a bunch of Energon, because sometimes you want to spend or use some of that Energon for other things. Like starting a repair pack, for instance, and it'll be a 24-hour process. Or you can use your 39 relics for an instant type deal, and you can build up your relics by either playing PvP matches or PvE matches. So that will pretty much about do it. Oh wait, you have your little profile over here. Forgot to mention this, and these are kind of like your achievements in a way. So you can get all of these, like repair. I got one of these, 3 of these actually. Most repairing to allied player, assister, most assist. So those are your medals. My bad. These are your achievements, and it gives you a percentage of how close you are into it, which is pretty cool, because then when you're like, wow, how far away am I from getting my next achievement? And you're like, okay, well, I'm only 20%, 30%, and then play a little bit more, and you can finish it up. So this has my KD and all this other good stuff. And that's basically just a quick overview of this game, and I will see you guys in a future video for either a PvE or PvP match. So make sure you subscribe to BTLN Live if you want to stay up to date with some Transformers Universe action. And we may have some future dual comms in the future with maybe some fans or just some other YouTubers that are also playing Transformers Universe. But until next time, guys, Tech Knight 2 is out.